Welcome to the orientation for COMN-181 OE, Digital and Physical Security of Data. In this orientation, we'll go over some of the basics of open entry, open exit courses, along with how our course is set up. So to start off with, OE. OE is an environment where you are able to work pretty much at your own pace. It's got some self-directed study, but in this course we do have some benchmarks throughout the semester to ensure that you're moving it along at a reasonable rate. The lab is open, different hours each semester, but for the current semester it's 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and your instructor is available within different hours in there. Please look at the OE lab schedule for exact dates and times. For OE, you're able to work in the lab whenever it's open. Instructors will assist you in any way that they're able to. You may have some very specific questions that require your own course instructor, but we're always here to help and we're always here to try. This course offers everything online, so you can review all of your material from home. You're able to take your assessments from home or complete your labs from home. But you do have the lab available, and I find that almost all students do complete the materials in the OE lab. They complete the labs there because they're looking for the extra assistance. I also highly encourage students to work in groups on the lab projects. You need to complete your own lab. However, if you're all working within the same vicinity, you're able to help each other through any issues as they arise. And this certainly does help the learning environment. On the first page are announcements regarding just a simple welcome to the class and course orientation dates. I highly recommend that you attend a face-to-face orientation rather than just the online, but of course schedules can be a tricky thing. Learning units will be found under the Learning Units button, but they can only be viewed after you pass the syllabus quiz with 100% accuracy. We'll take that in just a minute. If I click under Discuss, in here, there's some help topics. So if there's a regular issue that students are having, I may post a thread in there, but I'll also post it to the announcements. That way you're not constantly looking back and forth to this area. I also highly recommend that we add current events. Security is changing constantly, and it's nice to be able to have a forum where we're able to point out those news articles. Virtual machine info. Well, we're going to be working on several virtual machines. We're going to have a workstation and a server, and this will help you get within that system once they're created. And I'll post an announcement, usually during week 2, that your virtual machines have been created. They are not created day 1. Syllabus. There's all the course information. Please do read over this carefully. It includes competencies, how you'll be graded, what the point values are, and expectations for the course, along with a schedule. This course does have multiple benchmarks in it. So roughly every 3 weeks, there's a benchmark. You must have everything completed up to that point, or you're not going to be successful, as in you will receive a 0 on those assignments. This is to keep you moving within the course. Procrastination on your behalf is not a pass to not meet this deadline. If you register for this class before or during the first week, you are held to this schedule. If you register after that point, please contact your instructor within 48 hours and we can do an alternative schedule for you. To view the lessons, we have to take the syllabus quiz. To do so, we click on the quiz, we click Begin, and we'll answer the questions. This course is the same as an online course. False. How do you find your instructor when your instructor is available in the OE lab? We have an OE lab schedule and it'll show the appropriate hours. Attendance is taken weekly. By which method? You're going to make sure that you answer the questions to a quiz taken for the corresponding week. There's a quiz with each unit. As long as that is in by the date of attendance, which for the current semester is Mondays at 11:59 p.m., then you were there for that week. No other method will get you attendance, so you'll be marked absent. Incompletes will be given when? Incompletes will not be given in this course. Since this is an OE class, there are no due dates for material. False. There are due dates. So I'll click Save and Submit, and it'll provide feedback. So it'll say OK to view results. We'll click OK, and we can see how we did on this. So this course is the same as an online course. That's false. All material for the course is provided online, but there's no guarantee that you would complete the material online. It's Mott's responsibility to ensure that you can take this course in the OE lab, but not at any other location. You most likely will complete most of your labs in the OE lab for further instructor assistance and a more reliable network environment. Plus, please do work in groups. It has been very beneficial for students in the past. How do you find when your instructor is in the OE lab? Well, it's on the OE lab schedule. Your instructor is available at those times to assist students with content-related questions. You are not required to be present during your instructor's lab hours, and I also have office hours where I'm available to you. Attendance is taken weekly by which method? Well, we're verifying that the quiz is taken for the corresponding week. Per federal guidelines, I must submit attendance on a weekly basis. My method is collection and verification that students are progressing in the course. To do this, I'm having you take a quiz. Failure to do so will result in you being marked absent. There will be no exceptions to this rule, as I will not violate any federal regulations for attendance. Incompletes to be given when? Well, they're not going to be given in the course. Incompletes will not be given. Incompletes really are unfair to students who complete course material on time. This creates an unfair advantage to those receiving the incomplete and lessening the credits and degree earned by those who complete material after the due date. So we're not going to lessen that degree. Since the class is OE, there are no due dates. There are due dates in this class. Make sure you review the schedule. Make sure that you do meet those due dates. It does affect your grade otherwise. We'll click OK, and this means that we now have access to learning units. Each learning unit is set up pretty much the same, so I'll click on 2. Here we've got an overview. So what will we be learning? What are the objectives for it? What will we be able to do when we're done? What are the activities? Okay, we've got read Chapter 2, review the presentation, which I have it right here, complete Chapter 2 quiz, which is right there, and a Word document with at least 2 paragraphs defined and right on down the line. So that's your comprehension question. You'll submit that under CQ and complete the lab assignment. Scroll down, and you'll see complete labs for this one. It's 2.1 through 2.5. And I'm going to tell you, okay, obtain a screen print of figure whatever it is. So I'm telling you what I want to see to prove that you were on the computer. And then I ask a follow-up question. And the follow-up question is to make sure that you're not just going through the motions. It's that you're actually comprehending why you're doing a lab. I'm not expecting a 3-page paper in that explanation, but something to show that you do understand why you are completing these labs. Everything for the class is already open. You're able to view your instructor information along with office hours and OE hours right on this page. And then your grade center, that is my only grade book for the course, so you can always view grades there. When I do grading, I post an announcement to the class that's also emailed to you to let you know that grades have been completed and that you can review them along with comments from me. So welcome to COMN-181 OE. I hope that you get started on your material immediately, and please do contact me with any additional questions.